If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You know us, we're all about excellence in broadcasting, and we just love the fact when people in our own industry, well, they show out their finest moment. Or in this case, when they lose their S.
Okay.
I love this. TV weatherman did lose his cool when people on social media complained about interrupting normal coverage for a tornado warning. See, again, social media just makes everybody happier.
Oh, yes. It brings out the best in people.
Yeah, lots of tornadoes going on. And this happened in Ohio on Monday night. Viewers were mad because, well, I mean, they were watching The Bachelorette. And, of course, that was interrupted with this tornado warning coverage.
Heavy rain is between you and the tornado. I was just checking social media. We have viewers complaining already. Just go back to the show. No, we're not going back to the show, folks. This is a dangerous situation, okay? It's nice rain. Think about this was your neighborhood. I'm sick and tired of people complaining about this. Our job here is to keep people safe, and that is what we're going to do. Some of you complain that this is all about my ego. Stop, okay? Just stop right now. It's not. I'm done with you people. I really am. This is pathetic. Dangerous situation here. All right, I'm sorry I did that. It just really bothers me that we have people that don't care about other people's safety around here. That's just ridiculous.
I'm glad to see that we're not the only ones that get burnt out by text messages saying, just shut up and do blah, blah, blah.
I know, man. It is, boy, it's a beating. I mean, it takes a strong personality to be able to weather the social media storm, if you will.
Look at that. Just stop.
Hey, sorry about that. Yeah. We know what I want to laugh at the guy, but I also know what he's exactly going through.
It's like those thick skin, thin skin moments where most days probably that wouldn't bother him, but maybe he was just having that kind of a day and someone just said something and just made him snap. And he's like, You know what? Screw it. Screw all of you. I'm done with it.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, man. And I get it. It's like, look, it's not my neighborhood. Why do I care? Ohio's a pretty big place, okay?
And if I was stuck watching The Bachelor, I'd be really excited for them to break into some storm coverage. I'd be excited for them to break into like any kind of coverage.
Yeah, you'd be happy indeed. Yeah.
I'm done with The Bachelor. Perfect.
Yeah. Damn.
It's funny because when you were playing that, it got me thinking because some people just snap about something. They're just like, I'm just done with stuff. And I got to give a shout out to my buddy Mike Santiago, who's a great wrestler in town. He posted this on his Facebook. There's a burger place in Tacoma. I don't know if you know of this place. It's called Patty's Burger.
Oh, no, I'm not sure about that one.
Well, I kind of want to go to this place now because they just snapped on Facebook. Apparently because people were commenting about some stuff on their page.
Oh, I love this.
And the post, and this is the only post they now have on their Facebook page, it says, I'm tired as F, and they spelt the word out, of getting all of y'all dumbass comments and messages. Patty logging off, bitches. Mwahaha. Get your ass a Big Mac next time.
Wow.
Whoa. That's the hashtag.
They either got hacked or maybe the 14-year-old son of Patty or something like that got in there.
Or maybe Patty just figured out how to work the Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to this place.
You got to go to Patty's.
It's right by my house, too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's very Always Sunny the way he responded, too.
Oh, my God, yes.
It's totally. It almost makes me think, are they doing like an Always Sunny style joint? Because it's...
I just love it because some people are like, was Patty's page hacked? Another person is a disgruntled employee, probably found the business page password. But then the rest are just like, I love Patty's. This place is awesome. What's wrong with people? Don't you know Patty's is awesome food?
So there was a time, remember the guy that created the internet said, oh, this is going to really improve people's relationships and people are going to love each other more
No.
Some of these comments are fantastic.
Yeah.
He was way wrong.
Way better than prison food.
Well, that's a good thing to say.
Right?
That's a compliment.
Didn't say way better than hospital food though, because that means.
What's the old average on that one?
Don't know if prison food or hospital food. Which one is better? I haven't been to prison, so I don't know.
I just love hashtag get your ass a Big Mac next time.
So that's not a bad idea.
That should be the next get your ass a Big Mac next time. Hashtag at the front.
Yeah, I like this. You know
really
what?
roll off the
It's we'll work on it. We'll work on it.
I'm tired as F.
We got to get those two together. We got to get Patty's and the Ohio Weatherman together to really do something. I don't know
burgers.
what. I love when he said, a lot of people say it's because of my ego. It's not. Well, it kind of is because you mentioned it. It's about your ego.
One person said that, and he took that one real to heart.
You know what? Thou doth protest a bit much, Mr. Weatherman.
That sting a little much.
That's done. Yeah. It's like you probably do have a little bit of an ego if that one bothered you, and
Maybe he just needs to get his ass a Big Mac next time.
That's what you need to get. Forget those tornadoes.
I'm tired as F.
Yeah.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Migs Report. And get out your biscuits and gravy because it's National Biscuits Day.
Nice.
All right. I think you got to add gravy to biscuits all the time.
All right. I'm not going to argue with you on this.
Or you can put some jam inside of them and just...
Oh, I guess you're arguing with yourself on this.
I am. Now I'm starting to question my thoughts.
Okay.
No, I'm going to stick with the gravy, BJ.
All right, good.
Sticking with the gravy.
Stay with it, buddy.
Day. All right, let's talk about this guy in Canada. I can't believe he's suing his company for this, but apparently they fired him because, he was making a lot of noise in the bathroom stall at work. The noise that he was making was because, he was making love to himself. I mean, at least he went into a stall.
Okay.
I don't know if that's makes it any better or worse, but this isn't the first time that he's done that. So a manager sat him down and said, look, people are complaining about you making some noises, some heavy breathing, other sounds as well, and you got to stop. Well, he continued to do it anyway, so they fired him. So according to this lawsuit, like I said, there's a lawsuit for this. He claims that he did not know that making love to himself is an issue at his workplace because the manager used euphemisms and didn't specifically say that it was all about him doing that certain thing to himself.
Are you serious?
Yes.
He used euphemisms and he couldn't figure it out.
Right. And he found a lawyer that was willing to go on board with this.
Of course he did.
So he always thought it was okay as long as there was nobody in the stall right next to him. I like how he created these own rules in his own head.
Yeah.
He also says he didn't make any sounds. But if he didn't make any sounds, how the hell did they figure out that he was doing what he was doing?
Exactly. It's like, how do we figure this out?
Lawyer is also saying that he has a sex addiction issue.
Oh.
And so he has a disability, so they shouldn't fire him because of his disability.
Of course.
Anyways, they did fire him, and they dismissed the case earlier this month because, it's just completely ridiculous.
Boy, those lawyers will take anything.
Right? How do you go to a guy and say, look, this is why I got fired? He goes, we have a case.
Yeah. This is a Better Call Saul kind of a lawyer right here. A quality lawyer.
So you're telling me we have a case? I was making love to myself, making loud sounds. Coworkers heard it. They fired me after telling me to stop doing it, and I continue to do it, and you still think there's a case.
They're in the wrong, sir.
Absolutely. You have a disability.
Open and shut. You're a winner.
Wow. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to eavesdrop on your neighbors doing stuff, like listening to maybe it's doing stuff in a stall next to you. Or whatever
maybe, that might be it, yeah.
Well, this one woman decided she was going to eavesdrop on her neighbors last week. Here's the problem. She got stuck. Her head got stuck in a metal gate, so she was stuck there.
No.
And they caught her.
No.
It took about 5 hours before emergency crews could get her free.
And she was just eavesdropping.
Yeah.
She was a nosy neighbor.
Imagine walking up to that and you're like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just got my head stuck in a gate here. That's what I do.
This story happened in Florida, and it's not a big surprise, but a guy was just arrested because, he used a corn cob to hit his mom in the head with it.
Okay.
This happened at 2 a.m. According to the deputies, this 27-year-old man by the name of Cody, he threw a corn cob at his mom, hit her in the head. Fortunately, she doesn't have any injuries. But I bring the story up, and you got to go to the BJ and Migs page at KISW.com because the mugshot is the greatest mugshot ever. He is just cheesing it.
Oh, look at him.
He looks so happy that he got arrested for hitting his mom with a corn cob.
Yeah, he's got a big smile on his face. Looks like he's wanting to audition for a reality show. Look at him.
He is very happy. And it's happened at 2 in the morning, which
Boy.
I don't know if 2 in the morning is the right time to eat corn on the cob, but
There's a guy there you want to give a rose. You want him to give you a rose. There he is right there.
Stay away from him.
Okay.
How about the Mariners? Might want to stay away from the Mariners, huh?
Why? They're almost good.
No, yeah, almost. Yeah. They lost 11-4 yesterday against the Texas Rangers. They did win one game against Texas.
Well, okay.
Which prompted the greatest headline ever I saw. It was, I think, on some Texas newspaper or online website or something along those lines. And it said, quote, this is the headline. Texas remembers they are playing the Seattle Mariners. Because they won 11-4.
Wow.
Because they lost the game before.
Yeah.
That's where we've gotten to the point where the Mariners are the complete joke of the baseball
Boy,
world.
it didn't. It
didn't start that way.
No, we're not even into June. In April, we were the Kings, and now we're the joke, and it's not even June. Boy, that was quick.
Oh, they have a chance again today at T-Mobile Park. 12:40. You can go to that game.
Remember
You can
Texas.
work early.
Remember Texas.
You are playing the Seattle Mariners.
That's all you got to remember.
Tonight, BJ, I know you got to be happy about the performance of the Boston Bruins. It's the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's Game 2 tonight. Blues versus Bruins. Bruins have a 1-0 series lead. And boy, did they look good after they were down 2-0.
Yeah,
they just turned it on.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they hadn't played, in years? I mean, they had such a long layoff after their sweep in the semis. And, Steve, if you are the Blues, how are you not demoralized by the fact that it looked like you were owning this team?
Yeah, I mean, I like to see the Blues do well, but Boston just looks pretty fierce. So, granted, it's Game 1. There's going to be adjustments made, but there was that one moment. I don't know if you caught the highlights of, Torrey Krug from the Boston Bruins. He gets hit. He gets pissed off. His helmet comes off. He just says, I'm just going to hit whoever the hell I can, goes across the ice, and just lays out one of the members of the Blues. And people were comparing it to the Cam Chancellor hit back in the day against the 49ers. Like, that's how epic it was. It's pretty incredible. But yeah, tonight we can watch that game on NBC Sports. And shout out to Dave Tippett. He was a member of the Seattle hockey team franchise for a minute. He was kind of helping with just getting things in order and doing all that kind of stuff. Well, he just got hired by Edmonton to be their head coach.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Apparently a really cool guy, and that's a very exciting opportunity for him. As far as weather, 7 degrees and sun. And thank you, Car Toys, for giving us the Migs Report.
And Steve, do you know anybody from our area that's playing for the Golden Knights at all? Or might even
Shea Theodore.
I think I saw him.
Well, I mean, he doesn't live here, I don't believe, but he played with the Seattle Thunderbirds.
Well, I saw some dude who it looked like he was coming home, and he was just bringing it, and he had Golden Knights gear, but he had all his hockey stuff and everything. And I mean, maybe he's a Golden Knights fan, but he was a young looking dude, and I didn't recognize him, so I wasn't sure if he was a guy like, oh, hey, somebody's coming home after a season. I don't know.
That'd be funny if he's got his hockey sticks, he's got his gear bag.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they mail that stuff.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just thought, could this be just a regular dude? Because hockey players are so down to earth. Mm-hmm. I mean,
and unassuming.
Yeah. So I was like, could this actually be a dude? But I didn't recognize him.
I don't think anyone who's born and raised in the Seattle or Washington area plays for the Golden Knights. The only one I can think of is Shea Theodore, but I don't maybe he's made Seattle or the Seattle area his home. I don't know.
It could have been just a dude that likes the Golden Knights.
It could be. He's pretty pumped.
Yeah, and just,
you should ask him for an autograph.
I was, if I recognized him, but I thought, how awkward would that be? Hey, dude, I don't know who you are, but I want your autograph.
That would have made his life.
Yeah.
It's like, some random guy just thought I was a part of the Golden Knights and asked for my autograph.
It's probably some beer league hockey guy that bought the gear off of some equipment sale that they do at the end of the season when it's going to get rid of stuff. And he's probably I scored on all this stuff.
That'd be so cool.
Some dude thought I was a player. He bought me a beer and asked for an autograph.
How about that? Yeah.
Hey, to go back to our story about the guy who kept making love to himself at work and got fired for it.
Oh, right, yeah.
I did not know this, but via text, because I don't watch King of the Hill, but apparently King of the Hill had an episode based off of that where Hank hired someone that kept doing stuff to himself in the bathroom, and they couldn't fire him because he claimed it was a disability.
Well, this whole sex addiction thing, how about that?
That doesn't mean you can just do it at work.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody's got addiction issues...
So if you're an alcoholic and you keep showing up to work drunk, I don't know this.
They gotta let you go get help, from what I understand, but you don't get to fire them. If they admit they got a problem, then you gotta keep them on the job, and then what they've got to do is they've got to go get help. And but then you've got to let them come back to their job. I think that's what they were probably trying to do with sex addiction guys. Like, look, let him go get help, and he'll come back to work.
Right.
But I mean, how do you look at that guy? And I don't want him to give me any projects. I don't want him to hand anything off to me.
No. Keep those TPS reports.
Yeah.
Definitely no water cooler talk with that guy.
No.
Although I want to keep tabs on what coffee mug he grabs out of the cupboard.
Exactly.
I'm not touching that one.
And then
I'm bringing my own cup in at this point.
And then if you have to use the toilet, do you want to go use the toilet that he's been in?
I don't want to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll go to a different floor at that point.
It must be how you felt when Rev soiled your equipment.
I did get rid of that workout equipment.
That's completely different. It was in somebody else's house.
It was my house.
Yeah, that
sounds
weird.
I
so
feel like you were hired to do a job, and at the job you decided to take care of yourself like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's mostly different.
I know you were feeling something different, all right. Damn.
Did you just kind of section off a certain stall and just say that's
his?
That's Slappy's stall.
That's Slappy's stall. Damn, dude.
Appropriate name.
Yeah, good old Slappy stall. Well, I will tell you, man. This whole addiction thing. I've got to come up with one quick, just in case you guys. If all of a sudden somebody tries to get rid of me at my job, I need to have an addiction quick.
Oh, okay. What do we want it to be?
Oh, geez, can I say food? Food. People would believe I've got a food addiction.
So, and that's why you're not performing well at your job?
Yeah, everybody keeps bringing all the sweets and the pizza and all the treats around, and it just sends me on off the deep end.
I'm in a food coma. I don't have the energy that I once had.
There we go.
Oh, we can work this out.
Yeah.
We'll ask that one lawyer that represented that one guy.
What about the mental distresses? I try to get healthy, but everybody keeps bringing in all this food. Yes. I won't say Vicky, but keeps bringing in the voodoo donuts, and I can't resist them. I have an addiction.
See, all that's going to do is going to make it so nobody gets to bring food ever.
So we're going to be screwed because of your stupid addiction.
Yeah. This is only if I'm about to get fired. That's all I'm saying. It's only an emergency procedure. That's it.
But I think you should go with the self-love thing.
Oh,
that way we can still enjoy our food.
Oh, you can still have your food? Oh, yeah. I don't think they're going to believe the self-love thing, are they? Wow.
You're mean, you're old, you're creepy. I don't know.
No, I don't see you being that guy.
He does spend a lot of time in the privacy room, though.
Yeah. I'm in the privacy room because
That's the lactation station.
Yes,
Let's call it by the proper name.
Lactation station.
I go in the privacy room in order to put on my cold pack and my hot pack.
So that's what they're calling it.
Yeah. Because nobody wants to see me take my shirt off and put that stuff on, right?
How vigorous do you have to apply that cold pack onto yourself?
Very vigorous. Oh, yeah. It's just what you would hope for, Steve. Yeah.
I really did not hope for any of this today.
Are you sure you don't want it to be a food addiction? Because I can get really creepy with a sex addiction.
Yeah, I think we lean more towards the food addiction.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Let's play B Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, or we could whack him instead. It's Whack-It Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Whack it.
Steve, are you ready for a whacking?
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, he loves his whacking.
Whack it.
Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Chuck in Mill Creek to take on Steve. Chuck, are you there?
Yes, sir. Let's whack it, baby.
Nice. What's he
In
playing?
the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's work.
Dear.
Okay.
Take the furthest stall, sir.
What's he playing for today, Steve?
The handy. That's wrong.
Pardon me?
Not the, yeah.
Yeah, no,
the
not
handicapped is not the right term.
Yeah, not the handy stall.
All right, let's, you're playing for some tickets to check out Baby Metal. They're going to be at the
nice.
Paramount Theater on October 16th. They played Pain in the Grass once.
They have. Yeah, they did.
Some alumni. You can go to KISW.com to get more information. If you want tickets, they're available now at Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Chuck will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Chuck, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. What is the common name for iron oxide, which appears after iron has been exposed to air and water?
Pass.
Which car manufacturer made the Firebird model?
Ford.
No.
Pontiac.
Yes. Who was the main star of the 90s sitcom Home Improvement?
Tim Allen.
Yes. In which decade did the Wall Street crash lead to the Great Depression?
40s.
No.
30s.
No.
20?
Yes. The Houston Comets won what league's first ever championship title?
WNBA.
Yes. What is the female equivalent to the title of Count?
Duchess.
No.
Pass.
What signature...
Wait, Countess.
Yes. What signature color of paint are John Deere tractors?
Green.
Yes. What sitcom was Steve Urkel a character on?
Family Matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is believed to be created when a star collapses?
A comet.
No.
Shooting star.
No. 1, 2,
You're
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 7 correct, Chuck.
Chuck did better than I thought he did.
Yeah, he started a little iffy, but got all the middle parts really well.
Yeah, I really thought he didn't get any right at all. So,
well, there's a surprise.
That was very deceptive.
He threw out a lot of guesses, and they most ended up being correct. So that's kind of how that works out.
Not too bad.
Steve, are you ready?
Yeah.
What is the common name for iron oxide, which appears after iron has been exposed to air and water?
Wow. Pass. My brain's not ready for that kind of question, Rev.
Which car manufacturer made the Firebird model?
Pontiac.
Yes. Who was the main star of the 90s sitcom Home Improvement?
Tim Allen.
Yes. In which decade did the Wall Street crash lead to the Great Depression?
The 20s.
Yes. The Houston Comets won what league's first ever championship title?
Soccer.
No.
What was the question?
The Houston Comets won what league's first ever
Basketball.
championship title?
NBA.
No.
Oh.
What is the female equivalent of the title of Count?
Countess.
Yes. What signature color of paint are John Deere tractors?
Green.
Yes. What sitcom was Steve Urkel a character on?
Family Matters.
Yes. What is believed to be created when a star collapses?
Halley's Comet.
No.
Asteroid.
No.
Shooting star.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You lose.
Woo!
7 to 6.
Yeah, that's closer
Good
than I thought.
Yeah,
Good
it was a
job,
close
Chuck.
one there.
Appreciate that, Chuck. You're the man. You hang on the line, buddy.
All right, you got it, H.O.
Oh, that's old school.
I
Yeah,
know.
baby.
I love Chuck. I'm glad he won.
And, of course, we get this because Steve lost.
Oh, yeah, Steve. Now, Steve, you were very close. You could have gotten a tie. The Houston Comets were not a part of the NBA, but the
WNBA.
WNBA.
That's why there was that pause on basketball.
Yeah, because that's not the league. You just said the sport.
Yeah. I'm dumb.
Well, yeah, a little bit today. The common name for iron oxide, which appears after iron has been exposed to air and water.
Vicky knows this.
Rust?
Rust.
Good job, Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not tracking with my
No,
brain.
your brain just was not ready for that.
No, I couldn't even think of a make 'em up.
No. Make them up. Well, congratulations to Chuck on Beat Steve this morning.
Yeah, good job, Chuck. It's always good. And if you tie or beat Steve, that's how you get the prize. As simple as that.
Oh, can we ask Rev a question?
Yeah, Rev,
I
we-
saw him showing up some videos and doing some crazy stuff.
Okay.
You know, because the Rev is a man about town, so he's always doing things in Tacoma.
Yeah, he was a man about town this weekend, wasn't he?
I saw that he was on something that I'm very jealous of him for taking part in, and that was riding one of those Lime scooters.
Oh, my goodness.
Are they awesome?
Dude, they are so insanely awesome. Like,
And you didn't get hurt, huh?
No, I didn't. Well, first off, yeah, I took to it like a duck to water sort of thing. I don't know. I haven't ridden on a scooter since maybe my teenage years, maybe like around maybe 10 or 11 or so. But it was amazing. It was easy. It was fun to do. And I totally didn't wipe out.
Wow, because it's electric, which means you're not using your own power.
No, you have to kick start it to get it going, but then it's got a throttle and you just take off. And I was able to get it up to about 15 miles an hour.
Oh, you speed demon.
Well, I mean, at that point I was like,
Breaking the law.
If I go any faster and I end up biting it, I don't really want to do that. But it was amazingly fun. We ended up going on a bit of a bar crawl, and went about a little bit over 3 miles in Tacoma.
So that's what I'm waiting for is the stories on the news of a drunk person just getting into a bad accident on these. Because I see people on those, and they're clearly not sober. and they're just flying around the streets of Tacoma.
I know.
Yes.
I got to be thinking that's got to be against the law.
I don't know. I know that you can't get a DUI while riding on a bicycle.
You can or can't?
You cannot.
Really?
Yes.
You could.
I looked up the laws to make sure on that end.
You can ride a bicycle drunk and they let you go in traffic and everything? They haven't changed those laws?
What will happen is that if the cops see you doing that, you could get a drunk in public. And they can take your bicycle if they feel that you're not being safe about it, but they'll return it to you. And this is according to the laws. So, I mean, the cops can do whatever they want.
But if you get into an accident and you literally caused that accident and wrecked my car, they can't say you were driving under the influence, though. There's no law
There'll
for
be
that.
other things, but I don't think they can give you a DUI.
We're going to law advice from the Reverend.
Yeah, what do I
do?
mean?
Why are you asking these questions?
He doesn't really. He says he looked it up.
I did look that up, and that's what they said on that, but I don't know about the motorized scooters.
I saw a lot of people. My wife and I, we went for a date, and I went to that Carrie Underwood show over at Tacoma.
Oh, right.
And so after we parked, we're walking, was noticing people were scooting by. I'm like, that's genius. You could park a decent distance away.
Oh, yeah.
And then take a scooter to the venue.
Oh, good call.
But then you got to hope that you can find a scooter to get back to your car. Otherwise, you're going to have to take a long walk.
Oh, yeah.
I saw these two drunk girls. We watched for a second, but then like the traffic opened up, so we weren't able to watch for a long period of time. And I don't think anything bad happened to them, but I felt like a disaster was about to happen. Two drunk chicks trying to share one scooter.
Oh, boy.
It was awesome because they were just having the hardest time like getting the balance going. They didn't bite it or anything like that, but I'm like, this is not going to end well.
No,
That's fantastic.
that can't end well.
One of my favorite ones ever seeing this was out here in front of the stadiums in Seattle, and it wasn't the scooters, but it was the bikes. And I watched a bunch of people getting out of a bar, getting into it, and then one lady was trying to like Snapchat herself or selfie herself while riding.
Yep.
Of course.
And she absolutely bit it, and I just watched. It was great.
Yeah. I just, all right. Well, I suppose it's, whatever. It's, natural selection at this point.
I recommend those scooters to anybody, though. They're super fun.
Oh, someone says my wife works at the ER at St. Joe's in Tacoma. She says there's daily concussions and accidents from drunk scooter riders.
It makes sense. I mean, you're still supposed to wear a helmet and do all of those
And you didn't
things.
do any of that.
Well, they don't come with a helmet.
They don't come with a helmet. The wife and I, since we're going to do this more often, we're going to go to Walmart and grab a couple of helmets. But you still technically
You're
need
walk
to
around with a helmet attached to your belt loop.
When we plan on going on these, it's not going to be like I'm going to use them whenever.
He's going to keep it on his head. What are you talking about? He's always going to look like he's ready to go in space.
Probably get some free drinks if you go into a bar wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for this guy. Look at him. He's got to wear a helmet all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Get the free drinks.
I'm sure that'll work.
Yeah, man, I don't know about. And we've got scooters in Seattle now, right? Have they finally come here?
I don't know if they're around here yet. I know they plan on doing it, but with like the hills here, I just don't. I mean, going down the hill will be sort of fun.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll be going super fast, and they don't go up hills at all.
Yeah. Oh, they don't.
You gotta walk it.
Yeah, you're going to have to walk it, so you're spending money to push it up a hill. It doesn't seem like a great idea.
So do you have to have like an app? Is that how it works?
Yes. With the ones that I used was Lime Scooter. So you just look up Lime and you get an app and you put in your information. It's like an Uber or anything like that. And you'll scan the little QR code that they have on it. It'll unlock it. And then you just putter around. It'll keep track of your time and how your distance goes. And then you can pause it if you want to stop off somewhere. And they say, quote unquote, get coffee, but we don't know what it means.
Hit
Stop
the
off.
bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.